Chimpanzees and humans evolved apart between 6 and 8 million years ago, but they are still our closest living relatives. By some measures, almost identical. We share over 98% of our DNA with chimps. Dogs and wolves are also closely related, and they interbreed to this day. So if dogs could do it, what about us? Would it be possible to create a human-chimp hybrid, a humanzee, a chuman, or a chumanzee?
Would it happen naturally? Probably not. Is it something that could happen in a laboratory setting with a mad scientist? Sure. But, you know, how is this person going to get their funding, and who's going to give them permission to conduct these kinds of experiments?
Bernstein says there are natural barriers in place that would prevent a humanzee from being born. For one, and this seems obvious, members of the two groups would have to recognize each other as potential mates in the first place. That's not likely to happen. The second obstacle is mechanical. Let's just say that the parts don't fit together real well. The third barrier is genetic.
Humans and chimpanzees have different numbers of chromosomes. And what this may result in is, if we did get to a successful stage of fertilization, the subsequent development of the embryo might be compromised. We do have examples from other species with different chromosome numbers that have successfully hybridized. However, we may have a higher likelihood that any offspring would be sterile or infertile.
So what about dogs and wolves? How do they pull it off?
Dogs are clearly derived from wolves. Humans did not evolve from chimpanzees. Humans and chimpanzees have had their own evolutionary trajectory for millions of years.
So in this case, it's the evolutionary distance and divergence that counts. But that doesn't mean that people haven't tried to make a humanzee in the past. In the 1920s, Russian biologist Ilya Ivanov artificially inseminated female chimps with human sperm, but the pregnancies didn't take. In the 1970s, a chimp named Oliver was thought to be a human-chimp hybrid, but genetic testing proved otherwise. He was all chimp. Bottom line, there's no evidence of any successful mating between humans and chimps, and it's not likely that it'll ever happen. For the Discovery Channel, I'm James Williams.